Sorry. Next. Hi, Krista.
Hello.
I saw that you just kicked your shoes off, and I think for anyone watching on YouTube, you should show how big your stilettos are.
Oh yeah.
She wears the biggest heels of any normal person on a normal weekday walking around the office. Like those things are platform and have a 6-inch heel on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have my pants. I need to get them altered so I don't have to wear such high shoes. But I just buy taller shoes.
You buy tall shoes to match your pants.
Yeah. Then I'm so tall.
I love when you're so tall because
Yeah.
I'm naturally so tall, about 5'10".
Yeah.
So I appreciate it.
And I try to get eye level.
And I'm like, how does she truck around all day in these shoes?
Jessica Simpson has great heels. They're very comfortable.
I love Jessica Simpson.
Yeah.
Someone said I look like her the other day.
Oh,
I said,
could see
I
that.
will take it. I was at Mac's Speed Shop.
Yeah.
Old Faithful. Their wings are classic because they're grilled, not fried. Or smoked, I guess.
Smoked, yeah.
I like them because they're not fried. And they're meaty. They're it's a good hearty wing.
Yeah, it's not like little.
Yeah. And so they're excellent. And so I was sitting there at the bar waiting for my wings. And she said, man, has anyone ever told you look like Jessica Simpson? And I said, thanks. I said, no. I said, but I'm a huge fan.
And you just made my day.
I was like, did I just say something stupid though? I was immediately brought to, was I dumb a second ago? And that's why?
Did I say something about chicken of the sea?
Right. Do I look extra blonde today? I don't know. And then I told her I thought she looked like Courtney Cox because she kind of did.
Yeah.
And we had a great little, what up, girl?
Little lifting each other up.
Mm-hmm.
How do you eat wings?
I mean, they're usually hot as hell. And I don't want to wait a few minutes. So I'll do the pull off. I pull off bites and eat it. I don't normally use both hands and go like corn on the cob.
Yeah.
I rarely will do that. I usually kind of pull them, and I only like the flats.
Yeah.
I don't really like the drumstick part, the more rounded one, which I think is probably the easier one to eat.
Yeah.
If you want to look dainty and ladylike.
Yeah.
But I just do a pull. I just yank some meat off of it and then eat it.
When I've eaten wings, I do it with a fork. So because the bone.
Okay. Ugh. Dolly, our friend, has such an issue with eating meat off the bone that for a million years I've had to cut her meat off the bone for her. That's what kind of a friend I am, folks.
So nice.
I will chop your meat for you so you can eat it.
That's friend commitment right
there.
You're
welcome, ladies. But come on, dive in. Have a good wing.
Yeah, the suit and my kids make fun of me of the way that when I've had wings, how I eat them.
So you wouldn't get like a bone-in ribeye or anything like at a well, you won't eat that much meat. You're not a good person to ask that.
I'll drink some ranch, but
drink some ranch. All right. Sorry, next. We have so much to catch up on that I feel like Mother's Day just happened. Love and Life has happened. There's so many things to catch up on that I don't even know where to begin. But first and foremost, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
To all the moms, to all the people that are some type of mother in life, whether it's your children, your four-legged children, your stepchildren, the children you want to have someday, the children you're pregnant with. I don't want to leave anyone out, but there's a lot of mother figures in our lives that we can appreciate and recognize.
Yeah.
My two daughters are 9 and 10. I think 9 and 10.
I think they're 9 and 10.
Yeah, they're 9 and 10. 9, 10, 12 are my kids' ages. Yeah, so they're 9 and 10, and they were super cute this year about Mother's Day. And I could hear them whispering about presents and don't open the closet. And they were really, really cute about it. And it was like the first year that I didn't get something from school. Yeah. They shopped for me themselves, which I thought was really, really cute. Like Sadie, my youngest, got me a silk pillowcase.
Okay.
Which is gorgeous. Because she has one, and I'm always like, I wish you would let me have a turn with it.
Yeah.
So she was thoughtful and got me a silk pillowcase and a new eye mask. That's like a weighted. I sleep with an eye mask anyway because working morning radio, I used to have to, or working overnights for TV, I used to have to go to bed in the daytime. Yeah. So I had to trick myself that it was nighttime
to go to sleep.
So I need blackout curtains. I need a sleep mask. I need NyQuil, all the things, like a heavy white noise. So she got me this really good sleep mask that's weighted with these
I bet that feels good.
It feels so good. It has spa beads in it for cooling.
Yeah.
And so that was just so sweet. And a bathing suit cover up because she knows how much I love to lay out.
Yes.
And then Caroline got me a puzzle piece that's as a cute mom quote on it that says a piece of the puzzle that you just make everything fit, something really, really cute quote.
So thoughtful.
I know. They did a great job. I was very impressed.
You've brought them up well.
Well, so it was really interesting. So I wake up Sunday morning and it's Mother's Day, and I can kind of hear them in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Which I think most moms can agree is not what we want.
Nope.
We don't want
what are
you
they
in the
doing?
kitchen
What
making
mess?
us exactly.
Yeah. What mess
But
is going to
anyway,
be there?
They came in with avocado toast. Well, they waited till I woke up. So the avocado toast had then been sitting out for quite a while. So it was brown toast by that point. But avocado toast and fruit and a cup of coffee that had also been sitting out. But I took a sip, and I was very thankful. And then my youngest, Sadie, had found a turtle in our pool the night before.
Oh.
And so she was trying to make a home for it. And after Puppygate that we talked about last time, and all the animals that kids want to bring home, the dog, cat, all the things, I'm not the nicest mom when it comes to being the animal lover. Bring them all in. Let's make it a home. Let's rescue it. No, I'm not that kind of mom. I'm not that fun. I'm not that nice. I'm not that cool. So I'm like, nope. Live animals live outside. The turtles, the rabbits,
the dog.
Yeah, they don't live with us. So she's holding this turtle, walking around my kitchen with it. So I'm like, okay, well, you guys are going to clean this up. I'm like, I'm just going to. So I walk the turtle outside and set it in one of my potted plants, like on the deck, thinking, here, buddy, get some greenery. It was sitting in a glass bowl, like no water, no nothing. It's like being tortured, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm like, go lay in this little, natural habitat for a little while, and I'll get her to. We'll Google it, and I'll figure out what potentially a turtle would need, if we're going to cage it, which I really don't want to do.
You're debating it.
I was debating it. I was coming around, maybe. So then she finishes cleaning up the kitchen. She's like, Mom, where's the turtle? I'm like, oh, I rested him in the plant right there on the deck. And she walks out. This sucker is gone.
Oh,
and I'm like kind of laughing because I'm like, no, they're not fast. We couldn't have lost him.
Yeah.
He didn't, sprint away.
Right.
She starts sobbing.
Oh, no.
I'm the meanest mother. And mind you, she's 9 and exhausted because she had back-to-back sleepovers.
Right.
They were not going to bed. She's on some weird 5 a.m. thing where she wants to wake up and go running. But she's sleeping over with friends, staying up till God knows when at night. So she's exhausted. I can see that.
Yeah.
But she's crying at me, telling me what a bad mom I am. And I'm like, I'm sorry. And I read this awesome book called Scream Free Parenting. And so I'm trying to use the tools from this book. So I'm not just like yell back at her, right? So I'm like, Sadie, I really didn't mean for the turtle to disappear. That was not my intention. And man, do I think this is awful that the turtle's gone. I'm so sorry that this happened. I never meant for the turtle to be gone. And I feel that you're upset. Man, this stinks. And everything I'm using from this book, she is just not letting it absorb. She is pissed at me, sobbing. So I'm finally like, fine. I don't know what else you want me to say. I said, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. I'm looking for it. Just walk away. Just go inside.
Right.
So now Mother's Day, it's not even 10 a.m. yet. And I'm like,
and the tears.
Oh, this day. So I'm feeling bad about it. Cause I did walk outside with it. And Kent's like, you could have been a little nicer about the turtle. And I'm like, well, I didn't mean to lose it, but I didn't want it dying in a bowl in the middle of our house either. So yes, I could have maybe handled it better. But so then we're talking about like our idea for the day. And I'm like, well, we could go to our church at this other campus so that we're closer to my mom. So we can go to lunch with her since we don't have a reservation anywhere.
Right.
Because I knew we were doing something that night without our parents. So I'm like, I got to
go
see what his mom wants to do, what my mom wants to do. It's not just about me. So his mom has already taken she's like, I'm not available today. And I'm like, okay. So then we're like, well, let's go to this campus of our church. So then we can see my mom. And he's like, well, why don't you just go do that? I'll meet up with you guys in time for our afternoon thing. And I'm like,
what?
It's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
It's not an option to not hang out with me, right?
Right.
I'm just kind of like, that hurts my feelings. I feel like that's your expression of your love for me.
Right.
And he's like, you're crazy. Oh my God, that's
not,
I love you very much, but this is a lot to do in a day. You're packing too much in. I was like, all right, okay. I'm like, all right, let's just go to our normal church. We'll go to our normal breakfast place, just all of us, Culver's. Woot, woot.
Oh,
and then we'll go to our pickleball fun thing that I was super excited to do for Mother's Day later. A bunch of families met up at this pickleball place, Tipsy Pickle, and we rented a couple courts. It was super fun.
Yeah.
So my daughter cried. I maybe shed a tear. It was a little bit of an emotional roller coaster for Mother's Day for a second.
Is that why you text me the picture? Good, better, best. Just finished all of these bottles of champagne and going to play pickleball now.
Well, I did. So we did the church outing, which was lovely. All about moms. So I wanted to throw a couple elbows.
Yeah.
Like, see this mother worshiping happening right now?
Yeah.
Husband of mine, where was this when you were going to ditch me earlier today?
Right. And what else were you going to do?
We just wanted to work out. He just wanted to go get his workout in after church before we went to play pickleball, which can also be a workout.
Right.
So then I had the sixth sense to be like, let me see what my other mom friends are doing in the neighborhood. So I'm like, anyone want to have a glass of champagne?
Yeah.
And I rallied some troops and we had ourselves a good little afternoon cocktail, champagne hour celebrating ourselves.
You had a nice selection there.
I did. Good, better, best. I posted on my Instagram we started with the Veuve.
Yes.
And then we went to it wasn't a creme de creme. It was a Blanc de Blanc.
Oh, yum.
Which is a bubbly champagne too. And then we went to the La Marca because we're like, what else? Do we have enough time to have one more?
Yeah.
Don't open something good if we don't have time. And La Marca is fairly priced.
Yeah.
So that was our third one.
It's a good mimosa one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my Mother's Day. How was yours?
Mine was good. It was hard. This was a hard one. We just lost Nanny a few days before.
We have to clarify though, because I said that to someone and they're like, how she had a nanny? And I'm like, well, no, that was what she called her grandma.
Yeah. I know. I was asking my mom everything happened really, really fast. We had no idea and ended up bringing her, home from rehab where she was trying to get stronger so she could, walk again. And, anyways, I'm totally
emotions were high on Mother's Day. And it was just
emotions were high. My mom didn't want to do anything, and that totally broke my heart. And DJ said, or the suit was like, "Let's do it at our house. I'll cook for you guys, and you just come." And I brought that up to my mom, and she was like, "Okay, we could do that." And
it's a good distraction. Yes, do something different. Those first holidays.
Yeah.
But she lived with your mom too, so it's going to be so hard for anyone. I can't imagine ever losing my mom. It makes me like, I need to be nicer to her.
Nanny, we called her Nanny. When you brought that up, I was asking my mom, like, how did we call her Nanny? And I guess we had like Grandma George, Grandpa Hutchins, and Nanny was like, I'm going to just be called Nanny. So she named herself.
Nice.
But that's, what we called her. And she lived with my parents since I was 12 or 13.
Wow.
So it's been 30 years.
And this could honestly be the first time your parents are going to be empty nesters.
Yeah.
That's going to be a huge adjustment for your mom.
Yeah.
I mean, because she's been a caretaker for basically ever. First her children and then having her mother there who needed her help, especially the last few years.
It was great when we were kids. We, had Nanny there. My parents, they both worked really, really hard. So if they were out of town or whatever, Nanny was always there. And I've got some funny stories of the stuff we put her through.
I'm sure.
Oh my God. Like sneaking the car out at 15 to go to Taco Bell. And then when we got there, no one had money.
Oh, geez. You made it, but then you didn't figure out the rest of the plan.
So then we go back home to get money. And we see Nanny walking down the street. We see the reflectors on her shoes as she's walking to the corner, wondering, where is the van and where's Krista?
Where's the car? Where's the kid?
And it was me and my sister and then this other friend of mine, Danielle. And we literally stopped the car in the middle of the road and didn't move because we were like,
maybe she won't see us.
Yeah. So dumb.
Nobody move.
And we were like, Nanny, please don't tell Mom and Dad. Please, please, please. And she didn't tell them.
Damn right.
Nanny.
Love a nanny.
Yeah. It's been a rough week. So Mother's Day, DJ did an amazing job. He cooked salmon and chicken and took care of us. We heated the pool up to 95 degrees. Ooh. It was like a giant hot tub.
That's awesome.
It was incredible. And we cried. We drank a lot of wine.
Yep.
Which
but having family together, you guys just needed to be together and just have your time.
Yeah.
Because no one understands what you're going through the way your family will, because it is affecting all of you guys so similarly.
Well, and I think too, like we've never had a loss in our lives like this, like my brother, sister, and I, right? Like we weren't close to my dad's parents, but Nanny was really the only grandparent. And, so processing that is hard. And one of the things I talked to the suit about, because, he lost his dad, and he always said, you don't understand that process or what that feels like until you go through it.
Mm-hmm.
And now I totally understand what he meant by that. Like, you don't. It's just, you just.
Well, and how you have to stop and think for a second how lucky you are that to be your age.
So lucky.
And that this is the first time that you've had to deal with the death like this and loss. That's that's beautiful in its own right. Not to make the passing of Nanny any easier, but she lived a very full, long life where she was pain-free for the most part. Yeah, for so long. And that now she's reunited with so many people waiting on her that love her. They've been waiting for her, right? Like, I just like to think that world is going to be so much better than the world we're in now. Like,
yes. And, my mom, she's with her son and her husband because my mom lost her brother. He was only 32. And then her dad, she was 18 when her dad passed. So it's just been, her and
she's
Nanny.
Been a widow for that long too. So think about that from the positive. Like, she gets to be reunited with her husband after all these years.
Yeah.
Like, cheers to Nanny.
Cheers to
Nanny. Sorry, friend.
Thank you. Yeah. I made it through that though without, that's okay.
Yep.
But you know what I did, which I recommend doing, is I did Storyworth, which is where they email you a question a week and they're supposed to answer, and they turn it into a book.
Is it the audio book too, where you can hear them recording it?
No, but she didn't, fill out anything. So about a year ago, anytime I was up at my parents', I would just say, okay, Nanny, tell me about this. And I would just start typing. And I have like 40 questions that she's answered.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Just things that you didn't know about her. And, she was one of 18 children.
Were they Catholic?
No.
They must have been.
No. But back in the day, I don't know. They just.
Yeah. From California or from where?
Colorado. Littleton, Colorado.
Colorado. Well done, friend. All right. Wow. Yeah, my mom was one of 9.
Yeah.
They were good Catholics.
No.
That's my mom, but yeah.
So when you see all of her, because I put all of her brothers and sisters' birthdays in this and their names, and it was like born March 1st, 1932, born April 15th, 1933, born May, 6th, 1934. Man. Like, girl was pregnant for 2 decades. And her mom passed away. I think it was a miscarriage or a complication with birth on her 19th child. Oh. Crazy.
Leaving all those kids behind. That's awful.
Yes.
That's really hard for that family to navigate then.
Yeah.
Your mom, Nanny's family. Whew.
But then you had older siblings that took care of the younger ones. And it was pretty amazing. Some of the stories she told, and they had a 2-bedroom house. Like they 6 of them slept in a bed. Like,
that's nuts.
Crazy. But she had a wonderful life. She was an amazing, amazing grandma. Mm-hmm. She was the best. And she was so good, to all the great grandkids. And they all got to be, in her life. And we were fortunate that she lived with my parents. So we got to see her all the time.
All the time. Yeah. That's really nice.
Good.
Not everyone gets that. Not everyone has a great relationship with grandparents and extended family and knows what like a close-knit family really is all about. So that's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, so sorry, next, when you were talking about the turtle, it made me think of a story about a rabbit that I convinced my parents to let me get because I was potty training them as part of a science experiment.
You're potty training rabbits?
Yeah, no, failed.
Yeah,
you can't potty train rabbits.
They're not smart enough, right?
No. But my mom was just like, oh my God, what am I going to do with these rabbits?
You're like, you have to bring them inside.
Like, so we had to have the rabbits, and she tried to take them back to the pet store, and they were like, we can't take these adult rabbits now.
They're not bunnies anymore. We don't want them.
My mom,
we can't sell them again. This is not a shelter.
But we have some really interesting animal stories.
See,
like
your mom was the nice mom that would allow this, and I'm not, apparently. Like, it was rough, like it was slammed in my face. Like, why can't you just be nice and entertain their childhood ideas? I was like, oh.
You're like, because it's going to be me having to take care of it.
That's what my martyrdom is. Like, that's where my mind goes, is all the work I'm going to have to do. They're going to forget about it in a week and not care.
Yeah.
And this animal is going to be dead. And I think that's cruel.
Yes.
Or whatever the case is. Like, I just don't want to do the extra work.
No, there's enough on our plate. Yeah. I brought home the school hamster for the summer. I cannot believe my mom let me do that. And we had a hamster. So we put the hamsters together because...
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
I would think that would be the natural right thing to do.
Well, they had babies. We came home from like a trip and the hamster cage was on top of the dryer or something, I think, on the washer. And there were all these babies all over, like on the floor.
They like could fit through the little bars because they were so little babies.
Yes.
Ew. God.
Yeah. It gets better. It gets better. So then we put the mom, because with hamsters, you can't have the dad with the hamsters because he eats them or something.
Okay.
But we put the mom with the hamsters.
And the mom was the one from school, or the dad was the one from school?
The dad was the one from school.
Okay.
I think. Anyway, we put the wrong one and he killed all the babies. So we were so upset my mom let us put them together again, and they had babies again.
Oh my gosh.
So we had all these hamster babies.
I thought you were going to do like the bait and switch on the one you sent back to the school. Like
No,
that one died,
God.
but we're going to go ahead and send a replica that looks just like him and see if anyone notices.
I know. I was like, I was like, how did you like just let us do this? And she was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And you didn't even drink wine. I don't get it.
That's probably why she allowed it, because she wasn't distracted by the wine.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so when you brought up that story, it made me think of all the.
But she drinks wine now.
Oh yeah, girl, get down.
When you were kids,
she didn't really drink. Like we drink. I mean, I'm like, you had 3 little kids, Mom. Like, but
she probably felt like she couldn't.
Yeah, she probably.
I saw an interview with Anne Hathaway, and she said she's given up drinking, and it was like Conan O'Brien or someone was interviewing her, and he's like, why? Like forever? And she's like, I don't know if I'll say forever, but at least until my kids are 18. And I was like, oh gosh. And she said, I just had to ride along for their school drop off one day, and just my head was pounding, and I wasn't being as friendly and nice as I could have been doing their morning routine. And I just thought, that's it. I don't need to have drinks in my life until
they're old enough.
And I was like, man, that hits close to home.
I don't know. Her kid's going to be the one sneaking the alcohol.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. I think like our kids obviously see us do it
responsibly. Yeah.
Responsibly. Right. Like we have, and yeah, like they'll see you get a little, they're like, this is why I won't drink wine.
I know. My kids, my oldest son is like, we don't let them really drink soda ever or anything.
Yeah.
So they've grown up only really having water, milk.
Right.
An occasional Gatorade, maybe.
Or a lemonade or
maybe
something.
A lemonade. Apple juice on the plane is like exciting still.
Yeah.
And so they do not like carbonated beverages. Like now I drink a lot of LaCroix plain, not just mixed with my vodka.
Yeah.
I will drink them as a substitute.
Not just
as a substitute to not have a cocktail, or as a substitute for a Coke, because I'm trying to lose all the weight I keep gaining every day. So I'm like, and they have asked to try it. Yeah. Like, Mom, can I have a sip of this? And I'm like, yes, if it's not mixed,
Right.
And they're like, oh, they hate bubbly drinks.
Like it. Yeah.
Which I think is a good thing. And my son is like, Mom, I'll be able to drive for you. I love driving, and I don't like anything carbonated. So you'll be able to have beer, and I'll be your driver. And I'm like, I like where your head is at.
There you go.
But you're 12 right now. Let's see if you still feel this way when you're 20, 21, 22, when you get older and society norms are different about drinking. We'll see.
That's so funny. Yeah, my sister's, her kids, right? She doesn't have soda or anything like that. So when her kids get to like my house or my parents' house, like Ethan is like in the candy dish. Like, yeah.
See, that's what happens if you hold it too far from them. They look at it as such a treat that they go overboard.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a dangerous slope, right? Like how much do you let them expose them to so that they don't go overboard?
Right. I know. It's so fun.
She'll drink some ranch though, too.
Oh, she will.
But she's like, won't keep it in the house.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. With like this week, obviously, has been a tough week. There's been a lot of wine this week just to deal with that anxiety, like that just was right here.
Yeah.
3 glasses took it away, but.
Yeah. It's just going to take time. And you have all the time in the world to go through it. It's just. Yeah. Doesn't change overnight. Your heart doesn't lighten overnight. It's good to be with your family a lot right now. So
yeah, it was good. I stayed up there all week, and my sister with her kids, and it was good just for us all to be there together. It was nice. Yeah. But
and sorry next, but we survived Love and Life. I was exhausted like the whole next week after that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how you felt, because you actually had work to do while you were there. I was there kind of because of work, but I didn't have any tasks that I was in charge of doing. But it was just late nights, long days.
Yeah.
Lot going on. I had a couple other events too in between. So it was a run, man.
It was, but it was great. Love and Life was awesome. I'm excited for next year. It's same weekend.
Good.
It's going to be great. But the performances were awesome. Gwen Stefani was incredible.
Good. Everyone was so good that I saw. And even the shows that I wasn't in the venue yet, like the videos I saw people posting, I'm like, they were so good.
Yes.
So I was texting with a friend, sorry next, about this. And she said, Third Eye Blind's going to be there. Are you going to be there? I'm like, yeah, the goal is to leave in time to get there for the Third Eye Blind set.
Yeah.
Because it's multiple stages, multiple acts. So kind of you have to look at the schedule and time when you're going to come in or out.
Yeah.
Because the headliners are on at 8, but someone on a different stage is on at 7, and then someone's on at 6, 5, 4. So you can you got to plan it.
Yeah, you can plan.
So, and you can come in and out. It's not like a normal Panthers game where once you're in and your ticket gets swiped, if you leave, you're out. You can go back and forth. But so this it's early in the morning and she's like, I just saw the Third Eye Blind's going to be there. Are you going? And so I'm doing my normal texting with various people about various things throughout the day. Like, the dogs are getting groomed. Who's taking them? Like, I'm babysitting later. Hey, old friend. Like, just, our phones. I have 190 unread text messages, 150 unread text messages right now. Like, there's always a lot going on.
What?
I know. Once it runs away a little bit, it goes away really fast. Like, you cannot get caught up once it's run away. Unless I hit that button that says
Guenn.
I know, unless I
might not get it.
Well, my voicemail even says, text me because you might get a response a little faster. Don't leave me a message. But anyway, so my friend is like, I have a story about the lead singer of Third Eye Blind. Oh. And I'm like, I reply, I'm like, no. I'm like, did you have sex with him?
Yeah.
And then my babysitter is like, huh? I'm like, sorry, I replied on the wrong text thread. I totally asked my babysitter. All she got from me was, OMG, did you have sex with him?
Oh my God.
That's what I sent my babysitter from care.com, who I don't even know that
you're
well.
You're on the
I'm already on the do not fly list for care.com.
Suspect.
So she's like, excuse me, Miss Guenn? And I'm just like, sorry, wrong person. Delete. And then I send it to the right person. And then I think you texted me and said, oh, I'm walking into Dry Bar right now. And I thought it was her who's from out of town. I'm like, which Dry Bar did you go to? Like, how'd you get an appointment?
Yeah.
Because my Dry Bar, I couldn't get in that day.
Come all the way down.
And I'm like, what the hell's happening? And it wasn't her. It was you texting me, oh, I just left a workout and I'm going to Dry Bar. I had all my text threads crossed that day.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
It was so funny. So anyway, one of my girlfriends who's in town that weekend totally made out with the lead singer of Third Eye Blind. They did not have sex. The story was not as juicy as I wanted it to be, but she goes, you tell him I said, hey. I was like, I will. If I get close enough to be in conversation with Third Eye Blind, I will let him know that girl one night, one time you made out with, I know.
Here's what she looks like. Remember?
She's still a smoke show.
Yes.
She's still super fun.
That's so funny.
I know. From good old Gas House.
And it makes it even better that you text your babysitter after that.
God. I was like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Wildly inappropriate. My bad.
Oh,
sorry. Next.
Oh my gosh. Well, so that reminds me of a story that Carly, my neighbor, told me, that she has somebody watch her dogs when they're out of town who babysits her kids also. She used to babysit Colson when he was little. And her boyfriend came over. She also had the neighbor kid across the street watch her dogs as well. His name's Luke. Her boyfriend's name is Luke too, the sitters.
Boy.
So anyway, they're out of town for a week. Luke across the street was watching the dog for a few days, and then the babysitter came over to watch the dog.
Okay.
So when Carly got back, she found this bra, and it was like a very small bra. So she wasn't thinking that it was the dog sitter.
Okay.
And so she's texting her like, oh my God, Luke brought a girl here. And so the babysitter's thinking she's meaning her boyfriend
Luke.
And she's like, no, I swear he brought a girl over. And she was like, what are you talking about? Anytime he was there, I was there.
Right. So, he couldn't have brought a girl home.
Yeah. And so then Carly's like, oh my God.
Not your Luke.
Not your Luke, the neighbor Luke. And she was like mortified.
Oh, she's probably right. And no one wants to think they're like in a cheating scandal when you're not.
And she's like, well, is this your bra? And she's like, yeah. And Carly, she's like, oh, okay.
Speaking of a cheating scandal, sorry, next, we saw MGM multiple times at Love and Life.
Yes,
she was
we did.
there. She was there. And then I had someone creep on her Instagram page and to find, I'm like, how did she get tickets?
Right.
How did she, I mean, she was just in jail for like 2 weeks.
Right. For check fraud or something.
How did she get in? How did she get in? She was there.
She was there.
I did not speak to her. I was like, keep my eyes forward, keep my eyes forward.
Yeah. She is something else, man.
She's something else. She's got contacts, man.
Hold on to your husbands.
I know.
I don't
know what else to say.
She got somebody to buy her tickets or give her tickets.
Got somebody to give her tickets to some way. Could have been a bathroom.
You know, she's not buying those.
You know.
Could have been a bathroom.
Could have been a bathroom deal gone on. I don't know, but whew.
Bathroom deal gone wrong.
And by the way, a couple of you guys listening have asked me for the handle of that PD Instagram account where Radio Jock info, we've given it out. So if you DM us, I'll tell you the page.
Yes.
I think you have to friend request them and
Yes,
be accepted to be able to see it. So hopefully she gets in. But if you want any of the tea, let me know and I'll spill it.
Send us a message.
Not that I'm not really open on here anyway.
Right. You don't ever tell any good story.
Right. My cousins are like, do you feel that this is cathartic for you? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just used to sharing everything. I don't have a filter. I don't hold back.
No, you don't. Mm-mm.
And then my cousins, I said, because I thought it was that I was Northern versus the Southern, which is my husband's, who's like, we don't talk about anybody or anything. We're very personal. And then they're like, no, I think it was just our family. I think it's the way our family is. We just are open. We're an open book, or we have this unconditional love where I may tell you something harsh. Doesn't mean I don't love you. And then I'm not going to love you tomorrow. I think you should know this.
Right. Yeah.
And some people don't have that mentality at all.
No.
They're like, don't say something harsh to someone you love.
But I think you do say it because you love them. I'm not going to say this.
I know. Well, so there's two schools of thought. It's like, let it be, let people be who they're supposed to be. Or there's the theory that's like, no, you do an intervention if you see someone acting wrong. So it's, I mean, two sides of the street. It's take it or leave it. Like some people are one way, some people are the other.
Yeah.
You know?
I love your honesty.
Thank you. I'll always be honest with you. You got something in your teeth. Right. That's the thing. It's like, if I have broccoli in my teeth, you better tell me.
Right. Yeah.
Don't let me walk around because you're too nice to tell me. Like, that would kill me. I would die.
Yeah. Don't let me sit here and no.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good friend.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Tell you when you have a booger.
Please.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Sorry, next. All right. I feel like there was a few other things I wanted to share with you. I told you, I was like, let's save this for the podcast. I don't want you to know yet.
Yeah. Well, you told me the turtle story. That was one. And the other one was the artist.
Mother's Day, or the text gone wrong. Yeah. All right. I've told you my good stories
Third Eye Blind. But yeah, so the Love and Life was incredible. Who was your favorite that you saw?
I mean, I'm such a Dave Matthews fan.
Yeah. Did you know he had a stroke?
During the show?
No, but like recently he had a stroke. I was talking to one of my clients today and she said, I thought something seemed off when he was talking, but he played great. He sounded great, but apparently he had a small stroke like recently.
Oh my gosh. No, that's nuts.
Affected some of his speech, which is crazy to think that he could put on a whole performance.
Right. So he's doing a whole festival series this summer. Like he's not, I don't know if he's not doing his normal tour where he goes to all those venues every summer. And my cousin used to follow him. Like, Dave Matthews fans are diehard fans sometimes, but he posted that he's doing just festivals where like the appearances where he doesn't have to do a whole set. He's just doing those shorter shows, which I think a lot of artists are leaning towards because you find out how easy it is. It's a fraction of the workload.
Right.
I don't know if it also means a fraction of the money for them versus being a whole headliner. I don't know. But so, I mean, Luke Combs just announced that. He goes, I'm only doing like 13 shows in 2025 because I want to see my kids grow up. I'm just doing these like festivals or a few select stadiums.
Yeah.
Because they want to see their families. Like, and I don't knock him for that. Good for you.
Well, and it costs them so much less. But I think the artists do get paid more on these festivals.
Wow.
Like just to be everything's done. Like the back line, like it's all done. So they fly in. Actually, sorry, next funny story about Carolina Country Music Fest, which is our first festival that we started.
CCMF. Love it.
CCMF.
I was one of the first people on stage to introduce one of the first artists ever.
Eric.
I did Eric Church and I got so much heat for that announcement.
I thought it was great.
I didn't say the F word, but I implied it. And then I pulled the mic away like that so you couldn't hear me say it or not. People were like, there were children here. I'm like, it's Myrtle Beach. Yeah. It's heard the F word before. But I didn't even say the F word. But it was implied that I was going to say the F word because that was his slogan at the time.
Yeah.
His t-shirt said it. His stage equipment said it. F star asterisk church.
Yes.
Eric F star
asterisk church. Which is what you said.
Thank you. I'm like, anyone who thinks that I hurt children in Myrtle Beach who were out after 10 p.m. I didn't.
Yeah, I don't think so. No.
Thank you. Sorry, next.
Yeah. Well, so that was the first year that we did it, right? So the suit, because he had all those relationships, had with Eric and Luke. And anyway, so he calls Eric and he's like, hey man, are you here? We're at the festival. It's Saturday. He's performing like in
an hour,
2 hours or something. Maybe it was, he goes, I'm in Nashville. I'm on whole whatever. And the suit was like, I'm sorry, what? Like you're performing. It's like 6 p.m. You're supposed to be on
the
stage.
Gates are full, man. People are walking in.
And he goes, oh yeah, I'm going to finish this round and then hop on the plane. I'll be there at 8:45.
Amazing.
I'm like, what?
Money talks, y'all. Money talks. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, But yeah, they land, they go right to the festival. He did a 90-minute set, out.
Hop back on the plane.
Yeah.
That doesn't kill your schedule and your family life if you have the means to do it like that.
Home in bed and got to wake up on Sunday morning with his family.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I mean, that was cool.
That's awesome.
DJ's, yeah, he was like, I'm really hoping you're joking. You're joking. You're at a golf course at Myrtle Beach, right? Not. And he was like, no, Nashville. I'll be there. I'll see you in an hour and a half.
Good for him.
I know.
I love Eric Church. I love him.
I
heard he's building like 200 homes for Helene victims.
Really?
Yeah. He's like trying to do so much in the like North Carolina mountains that were so destroyed by the floodwaters that he's like quietly rebuilding. And I remember, I think Brad Pitt kind of did it with Katrina also, a little bit under the radar. And then one of his foundations ended up getting a lot of heat for misuse of funds or something, not to distract from the point of just really trying to be a good person. I think Eric Church is wholeheartedly trying to do that constantly with stuff like that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't want the PR press on it. I just want to help.
Just do it. Yeah. Just be a good person.
I like Brad Pitt. Maybe he'll come on our podcast.
Anytime.
Anytime, Brad.
I was watching this. Someone sent me a link of Between Two Ferns bloopers with Zach Galifianakis. And his question to Matthew McConaughey is like, so what was the budget for marijuana on, he just fell out laughing. If you ever need a moment to just lighten the stress in your life, I just recommend YouTube Between Two Ferns bloopers.
Yes.
And it will get you every single time. It's
awesome.
You just need a good laugh in life.
Yeah.
The more often you can get that, I think the healthier and the happier you'll be.
Yes. And that's after you follow us on YouTube. And then you can look that up.
Because you'll laugh with us too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think those are hilarious.
Yes.
Like
I wish they still did shows like that. So I was talking with Woody and Wilcox from 106.5 The End. Like we had an anniversary thing for Rozak at 106.5 today at the radio station. And we were just talking about what shows everyone's watching, making small talk. And I'm like, I'm really bad. I don't watch many shows anymore. I'm either going to bed right after I put the kids to bed, or I'm socializing and drinking with people. I'm never like a Netflix and chill kind of person. And so he was saying like, oh no, I like this show. It's pretty funny. I like this show. It's pretty funny. And I said, all right, let me ask you a question though. Is it smart humor or is it physical comedy?
Right.
Because sometimes I only think physical comedy is laugh out loud funny.
Yeah.
Sometimes smart humor can take too much effort and most people aren't getting it. So if the person next to you is not laughing, you're less likely to laugh out loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so sometimes I think their inflection, the delivery, like I need sometimes a physical thing to happen to think things are really funny.
To laugh.
So,
LOL.
LOL. But yeah, you got to find what makes you laugh. So if you have good show recommendations, funny or not, you can send them to me. And if I find another rainy weekend, like we're going to have.
I know this week is like.
And it's the Quail Hollow Championship week.
Oh, that's
this is a big week for Charlotte, man. A lot of money, a lot of stars are coming through. MGM's going to be busy this week.
MGM is going to be doing those bathroom visits.
If I see her at the golf course, I'm like, how do you do it? God, you're good at what you do.
I know, but I don't know. Maybe we can have her on.
Oh, Lord, that's true. Last time I talked to her, she liked me. I haven't talked to her in a very long time.
Yeah, she got a trip to Vegas out of it.
She got a whole lot out of me last time we spoke.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the golf tournament on Friday. I think I'll have to plan a cute outfit. Rain boots, maybe. I don't know.
It's supposed to rain.
I want you to come with me on Friday.
I might. And
then I have some fun networking events this week that I hope you'll be able to join me for. We're going to go to a ladies lifestyle network.
Yes. Well,
marketing and networking group on Wednesday. And then Thursday, I'm going to a sip and shop.
Oh, that sounds nice.
And it's going to have sandals and sangria as a highlight.
Oh,
I know. Which reminds me, that's for Give Hope Global. The sandals and sangria portion is going to Shop Hope Global is the shopping portion of the charity that I really, really love. Yep. And interesting thing, I'm leaving Love and Life on Sunday night. It's late. I'm with a friend. We're getting an Uber home and my phone's at like 3%. So I'm like, I'm at the corner, not where like it says to pick up, but because of traffic, like I went up a block, come pick up here. My kids were like, Mom, why'd you Uber? I'm like, I just don't like walking in a parking lot at night.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say because I was going to have a couple drinks and I shouldn't drive. I'm responsible. So I'm waiting and the car cancels. Like he doesn't come get me. So I'm like, oh no. So I'm there, our friend and I are waiting. So I'm like, let me get another one. And I say the same thing. I said, my phone is about to die, but I'm one block up. I'm at the corner of 6th, not 7th. Like Uber says, please come get me. My phone is at 3%. And I say, here's my friend's number just in case, but like, we are waiting for you now. He comes and gets us. We get in the car. It's amazing. I see the license plate. You know, we hop in. I'm like, thank you so much. He says, oh, you're welcome. You know, I'm blessed to be able to pick you up.
Oh.
And I said, your accent is so interesting. Where are you from? He's like, oh, no, not from here. And I'm like, well, I realized that, but where are you from? And he said, oh, West Africa. I said, oh, really? Where? And he says, Ghana.
Wow.
Of all the places, I've been to Africa 3 times in my life, to Ghana to serve. And I find it my passion project. Like, I want to help Ghanaians so badly. And this guy, my driver, the second ride, the last resort option is from Ghana. And we had a beautiful conversation the whole way home.
That's awesome.
Isn't it crazy how life works out sometimes?
I was worried about you. I was like,
I know.
Why is my text not going through?
My phone died.
Where is she?
I know. And well, he did have the old type of charger. He didn't have the new type of charger. But I was with my friend whose phone worked. And he was lovely.
Yeah.
And I just, and the whole way home, we had a great ride.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Isn't that cool how life, like circumstances like that are just so sometimes, right? Like he could have been from anywhere.
Yeah.
And he's from the one place I've been, knew the towns and the communities and just, it was beautiful.
And everything you're doing there is so awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have next week our Joey Logano concert for charity with Jordan Davis. So on Tuesday at Coyote Joe's.
Yeah, 1 week from when.
1 week.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I
so
can't wait for that.
Get your tickets.
Are we going to do the podcast live from there first?
Oh, that would be fun.
Right? For the following week.
Yeah, we could. We talked about it.
I know. I have some friends that want to line dance too.
Yeah. The ladies.
Can we rally the girls on a Tuesday? I think the charter schools like get out around then. They have so little time left. I'm CMS, so we're in school forever.
I know. You guys get out so late.
It's so annoying.
Yeah. Actually, Colson's done on the 24th, which is nice. And then, but he goes back August 11th.
Oh, that's
very early.
And he's not a charter. Is he a magnet school?
It's a charter school.
It's a charter.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, they get out. Yeah, they get out early.
Yeah.
No, CMS going all the way, which we go back late in August, which I'm not mad about.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's fine. It's, whatever.
I want to talk to whoever does the schedule for CMS and their teacher work days. And you guys get out of school on like a Tuesday or Wednesday, right?
It's a Tuesday. The last day of school is a Tuesday, which is stupid.
That's so dumb.
So dumb. And like we have the day before Halloween off, not the day after. Just some things that just don't make sense. And I'm like, their rebuttal that I've heard from not school officials, is that, well, if the end of the quarter it has to be the 98th day. It doesn't matter what day of the week that falls on. I'm sorry, it's not convenient for you hyping your kids up on sugar, but the eve of Halloween is the 98th day. So that's the day we have to have off for the end of the quarter.
Huh.
So it's just like about the timing.
Oh, okay.
Whenever the end of each quarter is when they have to have that mandatory teacher work day to give them the new quarter assignments or something. They have a reason, and it just, it's like, well, can't we just look at the schedule then? Let's pull the magnifying glass back a little bit and let's look at the whole year. Like, well, then let's start a day later. So then that 34th day or whenever the end of the quarter is happens to fall the Monday after certain things.
Right.
Like, or why on a Monday and a Wednesday is there no school? Why can't it be like a Thursday, Friday or a Monday, Tuesday?
Yeah, that was random.
Friday, Monday. Like, why do they have to have days in between?
Yeah.
For the working parents, it's not easy. For no parent, it's easy. Working or not, we all got it figured out.
Yeah, every single parent wants to know. So maybe put a statement out there on why you make the schedule the way you do.
Put a statement out.
Yeah.
Well, every time they post something, they're like, nah, school's canceled. Like, I like to read the comment section on the CMS Instagram page.
Yeah.
All the kids comment on. They're like, nah, school's out. You mean school's out, right? You mean no school tomorrow? They like translate the message.
Like, let's be clear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Colson ran for communications coordinator.
Yes,
he got it.
His video was awesome. We should share his video on our page one day. He got his friends to do like the marketing video with him.
It was awesome.
Very good, but like in your mind to paint the picture for you, think of Elle Woods, Legally Blonde, coming up with her tape about why she should get into law school compared to what they usually see. Like, he did a killer job and got all of his friends and got so many people in the school involved. I was really proud of him.
He did so great. Yeah, we'll share it. And then he brought donuts, 6 dozen donuts on the Friday to give out to, vote for me. Vote for me was a big hit.
What kind of donuts?
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
Hot off the line
Hot
from
off
like
the line.
Good. It's the only way to go.
It's the only way to go. You
can't buy them at the grocery store.
No.
No offense, but
I need you to try that donut place, the Daylight Donuts I was telling you about.
Well, you got to try mine. Jelly donuts is the jam.
Okay, I was trying to remember, and I was like, Dad, what was she saying?
Jelly
donuts.
Jelly donuts, exit 23 in Huntersville.
Good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We got to try daylight, the maple bars. Gwen didn't know what a maple bar was.
No.
Which
I thought she was saying like bark, like maple. I'm like, maple bark? Like, is
bar?
it crunchy? And she's like, we're talking about donuts.
I know. I'm like,
I'm sorry, talking to my good ear.
Yeah. But maybe they were just bigger out in California where we grew up. I don't know. But not a lot of donut places have them.
And then I was like, my Tommy boy, I'm like, is it like bear claws?
Yeah.
Like 2 at a time?
No, you were doing, is it like twisted?
I'm like, is it the braided
donut? Twist?
Yeah. I'm like, is it the braided one? I don't know. Wait, bark sounds like a hard, crunchy thing.
I know my dad's like, it's a bar, Gwen. A bar, like a brick.
I'm like, I'm sorry, Mr. Kennedy. I'm so serious with your dad.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
All right, you guys. We appreciate you going on this ride with us.
Yeah.
I saw that sales rep today who said we're shockingly funny again today. He said, I'm just wildly amused by your podcast. I'm like, huh? I just wanted to be like, that is condescending.
I know.
But I didn't. I just was
funny.
like, oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. We're just really having a good time with it. Thanks. Yeah. Sponsor it. Sell it.
Sell it, buddy. He's a good sales rep.
He's a great sales rep.
Yeah. That's so funny.
I know.
He's watching him weekly.
He sure is. He's caught up, buddy. He is caught up.
That's awesome. All right.
And he has some stories. He asked me point blank, is MGM so-and-so? And I was like, no, but I want to hear that story.
Yeah. Did you ever get the story?
I forgot until right this second.
You got to text him, but then you might not get the response because you have 150 unread text messages.
But most of them were like Peloton apparel. There's a sale now.
Yeah.
Barnes and Noble. Did you get your Mother's Day?
Yeah.
Like, so I just don't.
Yeah. And then but doesn't the number not annoy you?
It does. But I'm telling you, once like it runs away a little bit and you get too far from handling it, then it just out the window.
That's how I feel too. I like to not have it. Right. But then, once it's like you're just on 1 or 2 group texts and then.
Right. You take an inch, it goes a mile. And then you're like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
If you text me, I know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, your phone doesn't like me because it sends me to voicemail. I have to call Gwen twice.
I should change my voicemail to that, actually. It's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
Try again. It automatically sends you to voicemail, which I've tried to deep dive Google this, and it says things like, that means your phone's tapped. That means you need to power it down and restart it. But I just got this phone at Christmas, and my old phone did it, and this phone. So I don't think it's the device. I don't think my phone is bugged because I worked it out with my husband. Who else would be bugging me?
Right.
I don't know.
Things worked out.
Yeah, things worked out, shockingly.
But
beautifully. I mean, I'm so fortunate. Yay.
Yay. Yeah. So it's not just me. It doesn't.
It's everybody.
Okay.
My sisters know that. They're like, but the thing is, I see it and I like go to hit yes, and it just disappears. It's like, nope.
So should I wait for you to call me back or do twice?
I mean, do twice because then I answer the second one, or we'll call you right back.
Yeah. That's funny. I'm like, oh, your stupid phone.
That's what I'll say in my voicemail. Sorry about my stupid phone.
Yes.
I know.
It's faster to text me.
I know. If you can get through.
Yeah. All right.
Well, we love you guys. Thanks for liking, sharing, downloading, subscribing, all the words.
All the things.
Appreciate you.
I'll see you next time.